Possession of it would be of advantage to the enemy. The security of our project thus is by no means a problem of the past, but it is a changed problem. In some respects, more complex than previously, and in some respects, more vital. The information which has been released has been most carefully considered by high authority, and we must not permit disclosure even to our families or friends, or to any persons unauthorized to receive it, of any information in addition to that contained in official authorized releases. I am sure you will realize the necessity of continued secrecy within certain bounds, and I should like to ask that you refer to our security officers any questions on which you may feel in doubt.
You've just heard a message from the commanding officer of this post, a recording. Now getting back to our musical program, here is a very special request. Several weeks ago, a young gentleman brought in a recording to our studio, something that we had been looking for a long time.
Every woman loves a gift of gold.
Washington. A new and revolutionary development in warfare. A tremendously powerful atomic bomb has been thrown into the battle against Japan. The first use of the terrifying new bomb was announced today in a statement by President Truman, released at the White House. The President declares that the new bomb contains more power than 20,000 tons of TNT, heretofore regarded as one of the most powerful of explosives. The atomic bomb, says Mr. Truman, is 2,000 times more powerful than any bomb ever used before, and some huge bombs have been used in this war. The first atomic bomb to be used against the Japanese was dropped yesterday on the enemy army base of Hiroshima. That city has a population of 318,000 and has big ordnance, machine tool, and aircraft plants, as well as a large quartermaster depot. Meanwhile, the Army discloses that an impenetrable cloud of dust and smoke cloaked Hiroshima after the new weapon struck it from the air. However, an accurate assessment of the damage inflicted is not yet available. Tokyo Radio has announced a raid on the city of Hiroshima at about the time mentioned by President Truman in connection with the atomic bomb attack. However, the Tokyo broadcast, heard by Federal Communications Commission, did not mention unusual destruction. It said only that a small number of B-29s attacked the city with incendiary and explosive bombs. Returning to Mr. Truman's statement, he says that the bomb has added a new and revolutionary increase in destruction on Japan. In his words, it is a harnessing of the basic power of the universe. The force from which the sun draws its power, the President adds, has been turned loose against those who brought war to the Far East. Successful development of the atomic bomb is an event of tremendous importance, not only in this war, but in all the history of warfare. The Germans worked frantically to find a way to use atomic power in their war effort, but they failed. American and British scientists were working just as hard at the same time, and they succeeded. 2 principal plants and some smaller factories were developed for the production of atomic power. More than 65,000 persons now are working in great secrecy in those plants. Said Mr. Truman, "We have spent $2 billion on the greatest scientific gamble in history, and won. We are now prepared to obliterate more rapidly and completely every productive enterprise the Japanese have above ground in any city. We shall completely destroy Japan's power to make war," said Mr. Truman. The President said that the ultimatum to Japan, issued July 26th at Potsdam, was intended to spare the Japanese people from utter destruction, and Japan's leaders rejected it. The answer to the Japanese rejection is the atomic bomb, and President Truman says the people of Japan may now expect, in his words, a rain of ruin from the air, the like of which has never been seen on this earth. The President points out that the discovery may open up an entirely new concept of The President points out that the discovery may open up an entirely new concept of force and power, not only for warfare, but for every phase of human life. Atomic power in the future may supplement power that now comes from coal, oil, and the great dams, he said. The President revealed that the atomic bomb was developed at Oak Ridge near Knoxville, Tennessee, at Richland near Pasco, Washington, and at an unnamed installation near Santa Fe, New Mexico. Mr.